Although he has exhibited widely in Canada and the United States, and taught at both the University of British Columbia and the Banff School of Fine Arts, there is very little written about LeRoy Jensen's background and accomplishments.
I don't even like the word artist, you know. If people ask me what I do, I say I do painting work. I think it's very presumptuous to assume all the time that one is an artist and have one's hand over their heart, pretending to be something or other that's exceptional. There's nothing exceptional about it. It's a simple trade.
Born in Vancouver in 1927, LeRoy Jensen was raised in China and Japan, where he received painting lessons from a tutor. After World War II, he left for Copenhagen, then Paris, refining his techniques and his vision, and articulating his own view on art instruction. On his return to Vancouver in 1954, he accepted various teaching positions, but, disillusioned by the teaching methods in Canada, he resigned, taking occasional private students, but generally focusing on his own work.
First, it's a very difficult thing to teach because it means an entire change in the person's life. And by and large, the various institutions and so on are really actually opposed to that sort of thing. The people that come think they've paid some money to get certain information, and it's impossible on this basis. Next thing, the teacher or the person who's teaching will be destroyed by the institution because of boredom and waste of time. In my view, about 2 hours work at the absolute maximum per week would do it, and you could teach at least 30 students everything. Now, the institutions are geared to having a whole lot of teachers. It's a place for teachers. And everybody gets paid nice big salaries and so on, but the whole procedure tends to be a waste of time in the end.
Evasive and self-effacing, he insists that his works should speak for themselves and refuses to provide biographies for exhibitions, even if it means not exhibiting.
First of all, my curriculum is not interesting. You know, I can't stand writing a whole lot of boring junk about myself, repeating it endlessly, trying to make nothing look like something, only to give some sort of authenticity to what one does. Now, if the works themselves are so pathetic that they have to have a whole lot of preamble and you have to give your life history, then the whole thing is a failure in the beginning. I'm not really convinced that that's the case. I would prefer that people spend their time, open their eyes, look at what one has done, and not have to keep referring to some kind of articles and biographies and other things to check up to see if what they're looking at really has any value.
He has worked in etching, engraving, lithography, stained glass, mural, and fresco. But more recently, he has concentrated on painting and drawing human figures. He constantly tries to delve into the human soul and to recreate his findings visually.
I can't think of anything worse than being somehow admired falsely. And worse yet, yes, one thing worse yet is if I believed the admiration myself. This would be the ultimate monstrosity as far as I'm concerned, because then one has allowed oneself to be sort of pushed over the cliff.